Hi. Um, I just woke up. So, don't mind me. This is literally my just woke up face. It's almost 12 noon. I know what I look like. I'm sorry. Don't mind the room. I'm going to paint that, and some stuff are just everywhere. So, anyway, hello. This is a new setup. I know. So let's get into it. I just woke up, made matcha latte, and this is basically it. Okay. We are discussing today the books that I've read this March. I'm sure you will find the series of the books that I'm going to recommend or review today a bit unusual, but it fits the month of March. Women's Month. Yeah, unusual, but I just can't help but love our girl boss, gaslight, gatekeep girlies. I'll try my best to keep things at a minimal, but obviously there will be spoilers. So here it is. The books. I've read 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, these are just 4 books. The 2 books I'm just adding for recommendations. Anyway, let's start. I have a script because I don't know what to say. Okay, the first book that I finished this month was Misery. I finished this in 6 hours because I was getting a tattoo, and there's like an hour or 2 left for the session. It was a really long session, and I finished the book first before the tattoo. So this was a read. This is my first Stephen King book. So that was a ride, and it was an experience, and I think I'm not a fan of his writing. I don't know, it's just the story's good, but the writing is not for me, I think. It made me want to watch the movie though, starring Kathy Bates. It was okay. The movie was okay. It did its best. I have some parts here. I'm doing this really fast because there's construction going on here, so that's why I'm working really fast right now. Sorry, I got my glasses. There are parts of the book that I like, of course. Like I said, I like the girl boss, gaslight, gatekeep kind of woman as a main character. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, I like this part. Where am I? To the woman who sat by his bed with the book in her hands. The name of the man who had written the book was Paul Sheldon. He recognized it as his own with no surprise. Sidewinder, Colorado. Is that the right? Sidewinder, Colorado. She said when he was finally able to ask the question, "My name is Annie Wilkes." Annie Wilkes? My name is Annie Wilkes. And I am. I know, he said. You're my number 1 fan. Yes, she said, smiling. That's just what I am.
Yes, I told you I was your number 1 fan.
That is so girly pop. You know? Honestly, I do not condone stalking. She did not stalk him. I'll let you decide on your own if she did. Yes, she is. Okay, spoilers. You know that. She is the antagonist, basically. She is the main character, though, so good for her. And she is a badass. Is she? Okay, because in the next page, the next thing that I liked, her line. Well, okay, the plot is about this author, right? And he got into an accident, and this Annie Wilkes, she saved his life, and she is coincidentally and conveniently his number one fan. Well, plot, you know. And then, yeah, she nursed him back to health, and this is what she said. Where is it? You owe me your life, Paul. I hope you remember that. I hope you'll keep that in mind. Then she left. Girly pop! Well, he was basically... You know, the lesson for this book is just don't drink and drive. Just don't do that. Or else you'll end up being in Annie Wilkes' house. Do I like this? Yes, I do. Just, again, not the writing. It kind of bored me. There's just so much going on that I felt like it could have delivered the same story if those parts were not in the book. Like, a lot of descriptions or whatever. It's just not for me. Maybe, yeah, again, it's maybe the writing, but the story is good. What I did not like about the movie, though, in the book, Annie, she axed Paul's foot. She yeeted that foot. In the movie, though, she broke his ankle. That's about it. That's the most extreme they can go. Yeah, that's it for Stephen King novel. I don't think I will be reading more. Especially since a lot of Stephen King's books are like so long. Next, oh my god. This book I got last year. The moment it was released, I pre-ordered this. This is by Geneva Rose, the author of The Perfect Marriage, one of the books that I really, really enjoyed last year. What about it? They say it's like Desperate Housewives, but I don't know what Desperate Housewives is. I don't know the plot, but they say it is. But with blood. I enjoyed reading this because when I read books, it's just I have a movie going on in my head. So there's a movie playing while I read the description, read everything in it, and I have casted the perfect cast. Not really. It's just so fun to read. It's just, yeah. If you're looking for something to like indulge while you sip iced coffee or whatever, you need a book to read while you're on the beach. This is perfect. I loved it. It's an all-female ensemble, so that's so fun. Hello, girlies. There's these characters, right? There's Olivia. Who else is in this? Where are my notes? Oh, the notes is dead. Okay, there's Olivia, Jenny, Karen, Crystal, and Shannon. Those are the main characters. There's a prime like place here. It's like the salon, and that's where that's their mothership. So like Jenny's the owner. Olivia's kind of a bitch. Karen is the closest friend to Olivia. Crystal is new. Shannon, she's there. And I imagine this as Jenny is Emma Mackey. Olivia is, of course, Emma Roberts. She nails being a bitch.
When the head girl has earned my respect, then I'll shake her hand, biatch.
Karen is Emma Stone. I forgot to note which Emma. I just wrote here Emma and then forgot who I meant.
Look at that big boy.
Crystal she's new and young. She's Emma Corrin. The Princess Diana from the latest, well, not season 4 of The Crown, season 3. She's the younger Princess Diana. And then Shannon is just Emma Watson. I have not seen Emma Watson in that kind of role before, so I just, you know what? She'll be perfect. She's a great actress. She can nail it. That's my review. It's a fun read. And you know, sisterhood, it can be traumatizing sometimes, but it's sisterhood. Third book. Oh, okay, this deserves recognition. This is my first ARC Advanced Reader's copy. I got it from Geneva Rose herself. Also, same author. Yeah, same author. Same. Same. I won it in a giveaway. When she first published her newsletter. I got it and she signed it. Yay! And it's my second signed Geneva Rose. This one I bought from her, like, the moment, like, just a few minutes after finishing this book, because I first read this on Kindle. I ordered the book right away and then found out that she's doing signed copies, and then I got it. I actually tweeted her when I finished because I lost sleep, and she's like, I was just like, okay, I lost sleep because of this. I have to work in a few hours. It was worth it. And she's like, I'm sorry you lost sleep, but she's glad that I read it. And then I think maybe, I don't know if she remembered me, because just the tweet and the order was just like minutes away from each other. And she wrote, Shenny, all my best. And I don't know, that was cool. Anyway, this here is a fucking masterpiece. This will be released in a month. Today is like March 25th. Official publishing date or release date is April 26th, so like a month away. This is so chef's kiss. I loved it so much. Okay, I have a note. Where is it? The description, great as always. I like it when authors describe what their characters look like, because it saves me the time to cast my movie. In the description for the male lead, okay, the story is about a girl from the city Big Apple, New York. She is going through a hard time, so she is vacationing in an Airbnb somewhere in the country. How do you express, like, American states? I don't know, so I'm assuming countryside because it's very farmy, and that's the description. Okay, there's a blurb. Grace Evans, overworked New Yorker looking for a total escape from her busy life, books an Airbnb on a ranch in the middle of Wyoming. I don't know where Wyoming is. I'm not an American. And she's pleased to find that the owner is a handsome man by the name of Calvin Wells. That's cute. They fall in love. And it's enjoyable. It's an enjoyable read. Let's see. Who is my cast for this? Calvin Wells. There's a description here. Where is it? I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Dressed in blue jeans, cowboy boots, and a white t-shirt, exactly what I had expected. Crossing the porch with a few large steps, he casually jogged towards me. He was tall, at least 6 feet 10, and had a muscular build that was clearly for working. Where is his face? I wish I could control F-books, you know. His jawline was sharp and defined, and his eyes were green like the pasture the cows to sheep were grazing from. You know who I thought of the moment I read green? Jensen Ackles. And then for Grace, this is a dual perspective, so we have Calvin and then Grace's POV. He says Grace has this like super blue eyes, and she's blonde. The only person I can think of with super blue eyes, Alexandra Daddario. Annabeth. You cannot tell me that's not the first person you've thought of if you hear super blue eyes. Because she does. There's, like, the writing I like. It's a very easy read for me. There are parts that felt a little cliche. Like this one is from Grace. Betty was staring at me through the window of her boutique, almost smiling like she knew I was in deep shit. And that's when it hit me. I had never told her my name. It's a thing, you know, with thrillers. Like, you never... I think it's become common now. Like, years ago it's not, but then it's come to a point that it's so used. It's mentioned even in Multiverse of Madness. You know, when Doctor Strange was trying to protect America, and then Wanda was like, bring America to me, and then Doctor Strange was like, I never told you her name. No, it was not like that. Wanda's like, bring America to me, and then Doctor Strange was like, and then Wanda's like, you never told her, you never told me her name, didn't you? And then that's it.
What if you brought America here? And I can protect her. You never told me her name, did you?
That's the kind of thing that's happening here. But the way Geneva has written it, it's just, it sent chills to my spine. The first 70 pages of the book is cute, and then it starts to get creepy. So that's nice. That's nice. That's a compliment. If there's something about reading a thriller blind, yes, because I really did not know anything about this. The way it's written, it's like you're anticipating for something to go wrong because you know that something's gonna go wrong, that something bad is gonna happen. But you also have to think about what kind of wrong is going to happen, because you just know something is gonna happen, but you don't know what it is. That's the beauty of reading mysteries. The moment you hit like more than like 60% of this, it's going to make you question who the real big bad wolf is. It's amazingly good. Amazing. And the last one that I have just recently finished actually is Gone Girl. Classic gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. I have long notes for this. I have notes. When you say notes, I have this. Okay, spoilers from here on because I will not shut up. And if you have not read or watched at least the David Fincher movie 2014, you should. I don't know how you can adopt a movie so perfect. What more can you ask for if the author herself is a screenwriter? Let me just say what the fuck this is. What the fuck is this book? First 80 pages and I'm already like, what the fuck? Also, from this point on, I just gotta say that I might say things that you might not find very amusing. Like I would use words, names. I'm just very angry at this trope. Not trope. It's just I'm very angry. There's cheating in this, and I fucking hate that. Infidelity, like, can go straight to fucking hell. Yeah, I actually made some people sleep with their one eye open because I confront them about this. I mean, if you're a victim of cheating, like the person you're dating actually has a partner and you didn't know, pop off. You're good. Live your life. You deserve someone better. But if you are an active participant, conserve energy. I don't know. Don't show your face. Okay, here comes the spoiler. Who does not know Gone Girl? Come on. Basically, the book sets up Nick as the prime suspect. The husband is always a suspect. They also mention that here. Probably what you'll think if you're not familiar with the story. Okay, example of how he is set up as the bad guy. Carl hovered across the way waiting for my response, and like some awful piece of performance act, I felt myself enacting a concerned husband. I stood on the middle step and frowned, then took the stairs quickly, 2 at a time, calling out my wife's name. This is the description of how he, described how, like, what he was doing. It's just too cartoonish. The description is far too detailed, and he's timing everything. It's like, as a reader, it's meant for you to be like, be wary that he is very calculating with his moves, so you're convinced that whatever he's doing, he's definitely doing it. There's this part, and there was the living room. Signs pointing to a struggle. I already knew Amy wasn't phoning back. I wanted the next part to start. Like, what next part? If you don't know what's happening, what next part? What do you want to say to us? And then there's also this. It was my 5th lie to the police. I was just starting. It's good, right? That's just like page 50. I think at this point, a lot of people would say, oh my god, this man is about to get away with murder. That's most people will think, I feel like. And then page 60, the internet's packed with quizzes for free because Amy is a magazine quiz writer. I think a lot of people my age, I think, have experienced that, like in magazines. Amy's were smarter. She had a master's degree in psychology. Has a master's in psychology. He's already referring to her in past tense. Why would you do that? Of course, you should assume that the person you're looking for is alive. Why would you assume that they're worthy of the past tense already? Okay, these parts, other parts I like. Again, Amy is the best girl boss, gaslight, gatekeep, girly pop. This is like, okay, I said here that this is the turning point where I think I have decided that this is my Bible. It's just so good, you know, because there's in the book they are like treasure hunting, and then Amy will leave clues for Nick to find. I know it's for his anniversary gift, so it's a thing that they do every year on their anniversary. Okay, Nick is cheating at different places. It's just so good. I knew it was going to be bad. I knew it once I figured out the clue. Woodshed, midday fun, cocktails, because that description was not me and Amy. It was me and Andy. The woodshed was just one of the many strange places where I'd had sex with Andy. We were restricted in our meeting spots. Her busy apartment complex was mostly a no-go. Motels show up on credit cards, and my wife was neither trusting nor stupid. Good for you that you know. Andy had a MasterCard, but the statement went to her mom. It hurts me to admit that. That's how young she is. So the woodshed deep behind my sister's house was very safe when Go was at work. Likewise, my father's abandoned home. Maybe you feel guilty for bringing me here. I must admit it felt a bit queer. But it's not like we have the choice of many a place. We made the decision. We made this our space. And a few times, my office at school, I pictured myself as your student, with a teacher so handsome and wise, my mind opens up, not to mention my thighs. And once Andy's car, well, you know, you get it. And then he says this: each clue was hidden in a spot where I cheated on Amy. She'd use the treasure hunt to take me on a tour of all my infidelities. She fucking knew. Of course she would. No woman married would not know that their spouse is not cheating if they are. They do. They always do. I felt like that part was more like, it's done so much better in the book than it was in the movie. Not because the movie did bad, but it's because like it's so satisfying to read what's happening. You know, you're uncovering the reveal yourself through your own eyes and through the voice in your head when you're reading. Okay, this next part I also like. It's in the movie. Yeah, what did I say? It's in the movie, fitted to be for a movie, but it's the line that made me a cult. Yes, this is the part that made me like, because I watched the movie first, right? And this was the part like, oh shit, I am a cult follower now. I don't care what y'all say, I am a follower of this woman. She said, I could hear the tale, how everyone will love telling it, how amazing Amy, the girl who never did wrong, let herself be dragged penniless to the middle of the country, where her husband threw her for a younger woman. How predictable, how perfectly average, how amusing. And her husband, he ended up happier than ever. No, I couldn't allow that. No, never, never. He doesn't get to do this to me and still fucking win. No. The way Rosamund Pike narrated that, like the movie version of that, no fucking way. I think she said that.
No fucking way.
It's been a while since I should watch it. It's just so, yeah, I fell in love with that part. It's just so good. And this part is actually just the next page of the previous one. It's rather extreme, framing your husband for murder. I want you to know that I know that. All the tutters out there will say she should have just left, bundled up what remained of her dignity, take the high road. Two wrongs don't make a right. All those things that spineless women say, confusing their weakness with morality. Okay, that was a bit harsh. Spineless women. I love women. I don't think we should be like calling names like that, except, you know, maybe if some people deserve it. Anyway, yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible to say spineless women, but like I agree. You know, like what did I say here? I took note of this like 3 a.m. Why is it that women should try to preserve their remaining dignity? You know? Like, especially after they've been cheated on. Why do you have to be on the high ground? Are you Obi-Wan Kenobi? No. Be fucking Anakin. I have the high ground. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground.
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!
Why can't women bleed their husband's dignity bone dry? Like, they should be fucking humiliated for what they've done. You know? Sometimes it's okay to be angry. It's not sometimes, it's always okay to be angry. It's a fucking emotion every one of us feels. If you feel vengeful, pop off, sis. I support. Why Amy is my hero, page 344. What is it? It's just like 6 hours ago. Oh, 344. What? 366. What? Okay, so she is framing, right? So she is playing these evidences that may or may not be found by the police, and it was being discussed by the characters. Like, for instance, Amy's purse was found near the river, and then the lawyer says, what if no one found the purse? Doesn't matter. Go. The twin. Nick's twin. She's keeping Nick running in circles. She's amusing herself. I'm sure she was happy just knowing what a guilt trip it must be for Nick to be reading all these sweet notes when he knows he's a cheat and she's gone missing. I love that so much. You know when you can't hurt a person? She's like, she knows she can't do anything. He's already cheating. What else can she do? He's already out of her life. Divorce is just right there, you know? But again, she did say she won't let him win. Classic. Amazing. What a beautiful woman. Insane. And really smart. Insane. But really smart. I know what you're gonna say. I mean, she fucking murdered people. Well, not people. She is fucking insane for, like, you know, she's fucking insane. She's just insane. She frames people. She is so fucking weird for, like, turning people's stories to her side. Like, she's the one being wronged. At this point, she was being cheated on, and she's fucking framing her husband for murder. But, like, if Nick if he did not cheat, I would be agreeing with y'all if you say that Amy is in the wrong here. I would definitely not overlook the things she've done before this, but she got cheated on. And you know what? The husband deserves it. Definitely. That's the 4 books that I've read this March. And 2 more bonus. Still not done with my room. I'm sorry. These books. This is the first book. Well, this is my first Sydney Sheldon book. I like it. It's about Ashley and I forgot. Okay, the blurb says, someone was following her. She had read about stalkers, but they belonged in a different, violent world. She had no idea who could it be who would want to harm her. She was trying desperately not to panic, but lately her sleep had been filled with unbearable nightmares, and she awakened each morning with a feeling of impending doom. I read this back in high school because my friend had a copy of this, and she said, you want to read it? And okay. And then I finished it like in 2 hours. It was an amazing read. It was amazing. And then I became a Sidney Sheldon fan. I'm not really a Sidney Sheldon fan. I started reading his books, and then my mother bought me a lot of Sidney Sheldon, but I have not really read all of them. So there's the history of my Sidney Sheldon books. This I have mentioned is one of my favorites. Back last year, it's my first 5-star read of 2022, I think. Do I have a note here? I do not. Okay, I'm gonna say a few spoilers. If you like this, you will love this. If you love this, you will love this. If you like this, you like this. You'll like both of them. Because if there's something inside you that Nick should have never been redeemed, this is your epilogue. Sarah Morgan is our gatekeep girl boss gaslight girl here. What I'm going to say is quite obvious because it's in here. His mistress is dead, his wife is his only hope. Sarah Morgan is a successful and powerful defense attorney in DC, 33 years old, named partner at her firm, and life is exactly how she planned. Basically husband is cheating, and then one day mistress is dead, and then since she is a defense attorney and she loves her husband, she's going to defend her husband in court. What loyalty, right? Here it was mentioned that they have death penalty, but if you know the story, and if not, I'm going to tell you, Nick Dunn was not actually done. He was redeemed by some kind of fucked up way. He did not die. Her husband died because of death penalty. He did not do it, as the same as Nick didn't do it. He never done anything. All he did was fuck this woman and then impregnated her, and then next thing he knows, she's dead. Who did it? Oh my god, who did? That is so amazing. I am not condoning murder. Murder is wrong, unless it's fictional. Do not do it. It's not good. It's bad. But if you were doing it for the plot, for fiction, yes, of course. I actually have I think my Kindle review for this was like, oh, it's not a review, it's a Kindle note. Because if you watch also true crime, they do the thing where they test the victim, especially if she's a lady, she's a woman, she's a girl. They test her for like she's raped or anything sexual, consensual or not. Well, anyway, they test also for pregnancy, and then of course it's discussed here, and then I highlighted the baby. What if she's pregnant? I do not remember this, which part, because you can just like highlight and then, well, just highlight. I don't know what the context is, but I did say I really hope Sarah is some sort of gone girl batshit crazy. This tick deserves hell. And then there's like 18% in the book. Well, how can you enjoy it when I already told you what the story is about? Kind of fucking dumb of me. But yeah, that is it. That's my whole month of March. I enjoyed it. Do not mess with women. Just don't try to hide things from them. Even if it's just fiction. You'll never know. Okay, what time is it? I should be studying now. Okay, bye. Bye.